And now back to
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM.
We're back. Opie is dropping a quick deuce.
Oh, is he?
He actually started shitting into his hand as he was walking down the hallway so he could be ready. Let's just bring Jason in.
Yes. Here he is.
Jason Statham.
Hey, Jason, how you been?
Hello, sir.
What's up, man?
You well?
Good. Yourself?
Am I here, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You smell good again.
The usual seat.
Okay.
All right, Jason's in Homefront. Looks pretty badass, actually.
Did they
Now-
give you the DVD or anything?
No, I've seen trailer, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. You look like you're fighting a meth kingpin
That's right.
this time.
Yeah.
This one, now you're kicking his ass.
He gets a share, yeah.
And it's like you got to protect your family.
Families first.
Right. I like, you know what? It's always tough. You play those video games where you got to kind of protect someone else in the video game. It's the biggest pain in the ass. Like, I like just barreling in, shooting and stuff. But now you got to protect somebody. That's not normally you. Well, it is. You're normally one person or something. Maybe in the trunk of the car you got to protect. But
It's very distracting.
For the most
Protecting
part,
people.
yeah, you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better, the selfish way.
Right, the selfish way. But now you got, like, the family. Big pain in the ass?
Proper, yeah.
I
It's too much time.
Yeah. Run and gun. I like the run and gun.
I want to see you come in one time and promote a movie about a guy who opens a greenhouse and develops a love with the flowers. and a gentleman friend comes in and they become roommates.
Oh, my God.
That would be great.
Every day I come in with a hose, just sprinkle it.
Yes, and he compliments you.
Irrigation.
Commenting
Irrigator.
on how the flowers are growing. Do you ever have the urge to kind of break out and do a role that's completely not you? Something
No.
like that. Not you, Jimmy. Something like the old leading man rom-com thing.
Oh, I'd look such an idiot trying that.
Do you
wouldn't I?
think?
I mean, like I said, I don't really, I don't have any sort of traditional experience in acting. So,
Right.
I'm just winging it anyway. I mean, so to try and do something ways away from what I'm doing right now might be a bit of a huge mistake.
You complete me, you twat.
He downplays his acting every time he's in here. I think at this point, I think you're a good actor.
Yeah.
You can't fake it this long.
Yeah, well, I probably can. Living proof. Right. Me old chap.
No, because it's kind of a subdued thing until you start kicking ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's a great script. This was written by Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, right, yeah.
For himself. It was going to be the last installment of Rambo.
No kidding.
Jeez.
And he wrote it in 2008, and it's an adaptation of a book written by Chuck Logan. And he just thought it was going to be great for him to be the last chapter of Rambo. But, things changed. We started to write the Expendables. He did another Rocky instead.
Right.
So a lot of things got in the way of him doing this movie. So it was there on the shelf, gathering dust. And it was a really great script. So when we were shooting Expendables 2, he said, I got this little thing that, I was going to do. I'd like to read it. And, it's like the greatest compliment you can get, to have a script written for himself, handed to me.
Yeah.
So it was like, and then after I read it, it was great, and just begged him, and then got a gun and said, please let me do it.
I love how he could just go, you do this one.
I'm not gonna.
You do this one. I know it's going to be great, but I don't feel like doing it.
Does everybody who knew Rambo go like, your accent, you sound different? What happened
Why are
to
you so skinny?
Yeah. You don't sound the same anymore.
Yeah. Obviously, there was a fucking rewrite.
Is Sylvester Stallone cool or what?
Yeah, he
is, right? We had him on once, and we really liked him.
He's so funny. He's a real, he's a unique chap. He's just he's so talented, and he's just a real person. He's had a lot of experience, so he's got some killer stories. But he really cares about what he does, and he it shows.
Well,
people really like him.
I think there was a little rift on the Expendables between him and Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Something was going on.
Right, I'm not sure what that was.
I was just,
All right.
I wasn't
He's
going to
not
say
dumb.
anything. I was going to be like, look, you don't
Let's
have to
see how
say
he
anything.
handles this.
But I was like, let me see how he handles
That was
this.
let's see how he handles
He
this.
handles this like a diplomatic actor that doesn't want to lose any words.
All right.
I've heard nothing about that.
Yes.
All right,
well,
the microphones are off, please. Let us now tell us. Wow, you're a politician. That's smart, though.
good. That is very
We can learn
smart.
from you.
What am I supposed to do? Tell the real truth?
Exactly.
Were you surprised that Bruce was making $1 million a day? Because they said that's what it was.
What?
He wanted to make $1 million
lot of
a
money.
day, I think, or it was like he was getting $1 million for 4 days, and he wanted to make $1 million a day. So he either wanted $4 million or 3
That's
days.
Opie
whatever.
money. Wow.
Yeah.
What? Really?
What happened?
keep you stocked up in baked beans for quite a while.
That's
That
it, right?
Yeah.
It certainly would.
Yeah, but he doesn't know. He wasn't around that day.
I wasn't around that
Yeah,
day.
no one talked about it.
I was watching the football.
Right, see? Jason shows up for the job, does it to the best of his ability, keep the drama away.
He doesn't deal with the nonsense.
And keep working.
Right.
You don't want to badmouth people like Bruce Willis or spill the beans there on what Sly is thinking.
When are we going to learn?
I know.
We're the worst at it.
Although Kevin Smith was pretty honest about
He
Bruce
was.
Willis when he worked
was.
with him.
Yeah.
See, and that has nothing
What
to
did
do
he
with
say?
Jason Statham.
Well, is that he's a big pain in the ass.
He's
Is
a big
basically
pain
what
in the
he's
ass
saying.
to work with.
Right.
And, when he's on set, and
Right.
go screw everybody
See, I
else.
didn't find that. My experience with him was very good.
Oh, you
Jimmy did a scene
act
with Bruce Willis.
Bruce
yeah,
Willis.
it was very good. I felt that he was very nurturing and nice, and
Did you?
yeah, he was good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Still like those Die Hard movies. I don't know. What are you going to do?
They're great films.
And the first one is just one of the classic, definitive
It is
genre movie. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
So
Great
good.
villain.
Do you watch action films when you're not
yeah.
filming them?
When I'm filming them,
When you're not, or do you want to kind of get away from that whole genre?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of them are crap. So it's hard to get a good one unless you have to have the right people in it. I think.
Right.
I mean, a lot of the time they're a little bit thin on story and a little
Yeah.
bit, predictable. But they're good popcorn films. So it
Yeah,
depends
yeah.
what it is. I mean, I'll watch every one of the Die Hards. I think, like you said a minute ago, they're great.
Yeah.
I do like a good action film, but it depends what's out at the time when you're making films. Nowadays you just have to look and see what's on the old iTunes.
I like the Mission Impossibles. I thought those were
Those are
well
pretty
done.
good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Not bad. Not bad.
Right.
Do you get pulled over driving and have people be like, "Oh Christ, it's this guy"? Because I can only imagine a cop pulling over and go, "Oh, of course."
I can't give him a ticket.
Driving fast, probably
He proves he could drive real well.
Yeah.
On
Sir, you were doing 475 in a school zone? Oh.
Yeah. Are you civil on the road or?
Yeah, you know what? I'm very civil on the road.
Yeah?
Yeah. I used to be a little bit more reckless when I was, a lot younger.
Yeah.
We used to race from. I used to live in North London, and we used to have a pool that we used to train at when I was back in the day doing a bit of high diving. And we used to drive from North London to South East London, and we used to race through the city as quick as we could. We used to race every week. We used to have these crappy little GTIs, these like two-door hatchbacks.
Yeah, tiny little thing.
My friend had a Gordini Turbo, a little Renault. We was just idiots with the music on, trying to, beat each other down to the other pool.
yeah, and you never got pulled over and.
No, but
thrown
not
in the
really. Not in the
clink.
city. It's hard because there's not any sort of. If you're going through a congested city, it's a lot less likely you're going to get pulled with
that's
a
true.
guy with a
Right.
a speed sort of speed gun.
What's the fastest you've gone? Have you ever clocked yourself? What's your number? It's got a number. What's your number at?
It was like 160.
You did 160.
I done 160.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I borrowed a Lamborghini for the weekend.
Yeah, me
I thought we'll wring its neck.
Have you gone faster 160 on regular roads? I'm not
no.
talking on a track or anything, by the way, just on the regular roads.
No, on the regular roads. Yeah.
No, that's
160.
crazy.
Holy
No, that was on a
shit.
track. I never did 160 on a regular.
Yeah, that's
road.
what I mean on a regular road.
Oh, yeah, probably 120, 130.
Yeah,
Something
but
like
that's still fucking impressive.
that. Yeah.
I grab a car, I do double nickels. Double nickels.
The whole way.
That's
Yes,
right.
of course.
10 o'clock,
Down on
2 o'clock.
You could get over to Germany. You can really put your foot down.
Yeah.
On the autobahn.
Have you done it? The Autobahn?
You know what? I've never been on the Autobahn. I would have
Okay.
loved to have done that.
Because people say it's just insane.
Yeah,
it's an
just
insane
flat
experience.
out experience. Yeah.
I saw a special on that, and they have all kinds of signals set up for people because you're going so fast. You have to know what's up ahead very early on. So they got these warning lights and signs that tell you that there might be traffic up ahead, like 5 miles ahead,
Why?
and a truck might be stopped.
Why do they allow that?
Because they're
Not
awesome.
to be the party pooper here, but
They're awesome
but
over
it
there.
sounds like it's crazy.
Are there a lot of terrible accidents, like
Oh,
300
yeah.
car pileups on the Autobahn? What a shitty road that is. I don't want anarchy on a highway.
I want to be the only one that gets to go fast.
Yeah.
When we was
Not
doing-
everyone else.
When I was working in Miami, I was doing a film called Transporter 2, and we had this Lamborghini Roadster, an LP 640. It was at the time; it hadn't been released, and we basically had the cops close off. What was it? Sort of 3-4 miles on this like built-up area in a 30-mile-an-hour limit zone.
Wow.
And they just like all the intersections, they just closed them off with the cars, and we did this rip-roaring sort of one take down through these, this built-up
man.
area. And I think at the time I had Pierre Morel, who was actually the guy that directed Taken at the time. He was just the cameraman, and he was in the passenger seat, and it was me driving. And I think we hit about a ton 30 in a 30-mile-an-hour limit zone. We was flying. It was a great thrill.
Yeah, especially
Because you get the
since
sensation of the
it's-
trees and everything
Right,
flying
right.
by.
It's
yeah.
very close to you.
Right.
Yeah.
At least everything's closed off this year. Don't have to
fuck
worry
for that.
about someone zipping through the
Just hoping all those guys
intersection.
are paying attention. The ones closing off the roads.
Yeah.
Do you see
Let
a
alone-
ton 30?
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard that before.
130.
Oh yeah, I just never heard of a ton 30. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Why don't you start using it with your accent, Jimmy?
Jimmy,
Ton 30.
Jimmy has an accent that comes out every once in a while.
Occasionally it does when I'm
Especially if
nervous.
Ozzy's here. When Ozzy's here, he goes into a little thing. A little
certainly
British thing.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Who's in the movie with you? I see
James Franco.
Right. James Franco's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy. He plays he's like a meth sort of kingpin. He's like this drug lord. That, basically, I'm in this small sort of hillbilly sort of time. It's supposed to be this picturesque sort of area where I'm taking my daughter to live for this, riding horses. And,
Right, it's
you know,
always
doing
the
all this,
way.
and behind this beauty lurks this, nasty sort of sinister crap that's going on with drugs and.
But why do you have to get involved?
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Why couldn't you just let him
can't
do
you
his
just-
thing?
Why not just move?
Hey, let
And you
him
ride
do
your
what he's
horses
gotta
with your
do.
daughter. Why do you guys always got to get involved?
Well, what happens is like that my little daughter gets pushed around by the school bully,
Okay.
and he's a bit of a big chap, and she obviously, being my daughter, has been taught a few things.
She knows how to take care
She
of
knows
herself.
how to handle herself.
Yeah.
So she takes care of him in the necessary way, and then it starts a little bit of a feud from the dad to the parents, and then it all gets a little bit out of hand, and they start pushing around her, obviously.
Now it makes
See?
sense.
Wow, God.
Of course.
Just say, look, I'm sorry my daughter kicked your son's ass.
Right. Let's go have a few beers and talk this over.
Just want to ride horses
Right.
and be nice.
Don't need to get the meth kingpin involved.
Exactly.
No need for us to be shooting at each other over a schoolyard tussle. Let cooler heads prevail.
Exactly.
And Winona Ryder's in there.
Winona Ryder's in it.
Yeah.
She's great. Kate Bosworth does a terrific job. She's does a brilliant performance. She plays this tweaker.
She's all fucked
Yeah, she's
up
all fucked
and,
up.
Does that mean
yeah,
she's zooted?
Zooted.
That what that is? She gets high?
Zooted.
She's on the mollies.
Yeah. She's on the meth.
Right.
And
Who else is in it? A really great little girl called Isabella, who just blew everybody away with a great audition. Clancy Brown's in it.
Clancy Brown.
Did you ever see The Highlander?
Oh, yeah.
He played the Kurgan. He was
Oh, man. I can see that
He's
a
great.
long ass time. Oh, man.
who else is in it?
Does James Franco have minion, henchmen kind of people?
Yes, he's got a couple, yeah.
kind of a few kind of disposable guys.
They get he
That
has got a
can-
couple of people that,
You
flex
plow
the
your-
muscle for him.
Ply your fist into their faces and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I like Jason.
I think this is going to end
Statham
badly
movies,
for James Franco.
Oh, probably.
I think this could be a problem in the end for him.
I bet at the end, I bet at the end, James Franco feels guilty and goes to rehab and gets his life together. And then Jason kills the horses and sells them for glue because he now is addicted to meth.
What a horrible movie you would write, Jimmy.
How great would that be?
Yeah.
Jason's
Just
in the
twist
script
the whole
and goes,
fucking thing.
It's like, what the fuck is it?
Right.
Yeah, you see the car driving away with like happy music playing and a horse hook being thrown out the window for no reason.
An awful ending.
Yeah, just some barbaric, terrible ending.
It sounds great, man. I love Jason's movies. They're just so much fun, action packed, and I love the weaponry and whatnot. We get to a few little gunplay in this.
There's a little gunplay, yeah.
Gunplay.
Bit of an old shotgun.
I like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some knife play, a little knife play.
There is no knife play in this one. No.
I like a little knife
I
play.
improvise with like someone gets whacked around the head with a car battery.
All right.
Okay, there you go.
Kind
There
of
you go.
stuff. Oh, that would hurt.
You need that one.
What about the nipple play, though? Is there any...
I like some good. That's creepy when you
Jimmy
call it.
enjoys a little nipple play.
I do, and I really creep people out when I say I like nip play. When you abbreviate nipple, that really disturbs people.
No one wants.
Speaking of tweaking.
that.
Yeah.
But it's funny. You're always looking for like the right prop to hit someone with that hasn't been used before.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had what's his name, Guillermo
Del Toro.
Del Toro
Right.
on
What
the
an
other
interesting
day,
fella, man.
and
Wow.
he directed Pacific Rim, and
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I was like, it was one of those old school kind of monster movie feel to it. And at one point, when the robot guy's just going through the street trying to get the monster, and he's dragging a ship behind him. He's just dragging a ship, and he picks it up like a bat and hits the monster. It's like he's beating. They wrote in where this guy beats another guy with a ship. That's fucking awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
That's great. So a car battery is a great weapon.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
Really, you just downplayed his
But you're
fucking
not,
battery.
you're not quite as tall as the robots.
Thanks for ruining
and,
my get.
I know. I took away your
This is a
thunder.
good get.
No, you
Hitting
gotta
it.
bring some different stuff. You gotta have a bag with like weird shit in it. Like
Just
a fight
weird
breaks
stuff?
out, you pull out a slide whistle and a dildo and you club somebody with it. Still be great to watch somebody being
I
struck.
would actually like watching that. Sure.
What's the next movie?
What's the next movie? I'm right in the middle of shooting Fast and the Furious Part 7.
7. Wow.
I just recently finished Expendables 3 with Sly, and they got a good cast this time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wait, who's different in the cast?
they got Harrison Ford,
Oh, right. That's
Mel Gibson, Wesley Snipes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's funny because we break Wesley out of prison. At the,
well, that's
at
kind
the
of-
beginning of the movie,
all
and then
right, that's
a couple
kind
of
of
the
fun.
lads were in the plane, and they go, "So, why were you in prison?" He says, "Tax evasion." It was quite funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they put it in a film.
And of course, Bruce Will. Oh, that's right. He's not in this one.
No.
I don't
Who
think.
else they got? Wesley Snipes.
I love it.
He's so good.
Gerard Depardieu, he's like a really weird addition to the. Have you ever seen anyone do an impression of you?
No.
My friend does it. You know Godfrey, the black comic.
He does.
Oh, does he?
He
Jason
does.
Statham.
He's a great mimic, and he does an amazing Jason Statham.
Wow, I've never seen him do
No
that.
one does Jason Statham
Gonna
with
have
him.
to
I was
see
wondering
that.
if you knew anybody who did it.
We should have him
doesn't
on the
nec-
phone to do
It
it.
doesn't necessarily help conversation, but I just figured I would mention it.
He told us ahead of time. We could have him on the phone. He does it. Jason's
man.
like,
There
wow,
you
that's
go.
pretty good. You
Or
know,
Jason
that
criticizes
sucks,
it.
or-
And
Right,
says
yeah,
it's
yeah.
awful.
He never does it
Thinking.
again. He
Yeah.
Yeah,
never performs again because he's degraded.
yeah.
Ends up in poverty.
What do you mean he has to go? I don't talk to myself. Someone fucking
Iraq?
throws shit in my ear sometimes.
He's very
saying you have
busy.
to
You're
go
very
'cause
busy,
you're
Jason.
Yeah, Jason's now looking at you like, what the fuck? Where
Yeah.
are you getting your info from?
From Roland,
Oh.
saying that he has other interviews he has to do.
Oh.
Oh,
tell-
dear. What, is that it?
I don't know.
What
I
other
think,
interviews?
I think we covered it, though. I think we did pretty good here.
That's
Fast
yeah,
cars.
we got-
Yeah.
Where are you
car
going?
battery,
Car
Car battery fight, fucking nipple.
Good
Factory,
actors.
Nipple play. Nipple play. Got the dirt on Bruce Willis. I think we did good here today.
Yeah.
We dug deep,
He
chaps.
spoke volumes with his silence.
Yeah, it was out.
Oh, God. Okay, so Homefront, it opens November 27th,
Oh, we're a couple weeks out.
2013,
3
of
weeks
course.
out, right?
That's fantastic, man. I love this. Phil Broker.
Phil Broker.
That's you. I'm Phil Broker, low-level DEA agent. Oh, you're going to be kicking some ass in this one.
There's a great
I like it.
Sly line. It's what does he say? He goes, "Whatever you're thinking, rethink it." you know, that's no one can deliver that better than Sly. But I tried.
You give it your best shot. Sure, it's
probably slow and methodically, probably like you did. Whatever you think. I can't do a line like that.
I would. Yeah, I can imagine him doing that.
I would say, whatever you're thinking, rethink it.
That's good delivery there.
Menacing, huh? Good.
I'm not buying into the whole winging it thing anymore.
The what?
The winging it. You keep saying you wing it as an actor, and to a certain degree, I don't buy that anymore.
What do you mean?
You have too many hits under your belt. It says I'm still winging it now to a certain degry. I'm not the sort of actor who spent hours in drama school or with an acting teacher or anything like that. You're not winging it anymore.'re damn good.
I mean, it's
You're damn good, sir.
you just get in there and you just
Wing it.
Wing it. Yeah, let's have it right. Turn up, say these fucking words. That's about as good as it is. You know what it is? Because it's funny. It takes me back to meeting Guy Ritchie, and I had no experience again at that time. And he was making this film Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Love that one.
And he says, "Listen, I did the audition, and I pleased all the skeptical producers and the casting directors that wanted all these thespians from fucking RADA, and so all these people that didn't want me, Guy was the one who fought for me, and I said, okay, Guy, you give me the part, thanks very much. So." Obviously, I better start learning how to act. So shall I go and get a few lessons? He went, no, you silly prat. Just turn up and say the fucking words.
Turn up and say the words.
That was it.
Fucking words.
He said, you don't need any. That stuff's no good to you.
You just
Because you don't want to be too polished. You'll probably overthink it, right?
Through every actor
that was probably appropriate for his movie.
Oh, right,
And I just
there you go.
applied that same technique to everything I've ever done, which is probably not the smartest thing.
Show up.
That's why Jason's not playing Macbeth.
Correct.
That's still hard to do. It's not easy just to turn up and say the
Look
fucking
natural.
words. Believe me, it's a lot harder than it looks.
And you found the formula, man. Why fucking, why fucking mess with that? What the hell? Who's this?
All right, well, I guess we're here tomorrow. I have my advice show coming on next.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Jim Norton continues today.
Advice.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
he
give
gives-
really good advice.
You got a question?
You're like an agony aunt.
Yeah, an agony aunt.
That's what we call them.
Yeah, it's like, an Ann Landers or something.
Yeah, my favorite.
He just insulted you. I love
No, but he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Oh, just do the best you can. I'm sure you're trying.
agony ant.
Yeah, I'm an agony ant.
I gotta remember that. That's hilarious. Jason, you got a question? Because Jimmy could fucking work with you here. You got any advice you need?
What? Any help?
Any help? Anything?
Very good.
What do you got? Give us a
Personal issues.
Sure, I'm good with relationships,
sexual
any
issues.
kind of addiction, sexual
Right,
behavior,
addiction.
drugs,
He's
alcohol.
Big fan of the cuckold thing.
Yeah, I'm very good.
What kind of punters call in?
What's that?
What kind of people are calling in?
Oh, the best people, good people, people in need,
do you
people who have
select your victims?
No. Whoever wants to call and ask a question, I answer it.
Yep.
It's a lot of...
See how genuine I am?
Yeah, it's a lot of different subjects, but you'll get people that, will say, I have this urge to watch my wife having sex with another man. How can I make that happen?
That's right.
And then you'll get other ones where, the guy's on drugs and
Yeah.
he
Yes.
tries to hook them together. Got the drug guy with the wife.
Absolutely.
And
I take them in order of big tit size. That's how to answer your question.
so stay tuned for E-Rock to call first. I'm kidding,
Minding his
E-Rock.
own business
We
today.
haven't even said anything about you.
Jason's movie is called, it is Homefront, and it is out on November the 27th.
Yes.
And, Jason's just an
movies
animal.
are great. Jason's a lot of fun having on the show. Thanks again for coming in. Good luck on the rest of your interviews for your day.
Thank you, gents.
They're not going to be as good as
Busy
this one.
man.
You know that.
Yeah,
So
that'll be awful.
just deal with it. You'll get through it. Relax. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Good talking to you.
And make sure,
Absolutely, man. Thanks again.
make sure Sabian knows we did 7 extra minutes today. 7 extra minutes of radio today.
7, wow.
See you guys tomorrow.
Take it easy.
Opie and Anthony have left the building. But Jim Norton is not going anywhere. If you have problems and a phone, it's your lucky day. The Jim Norton Show is next.
All right, well, that sucked. To hear the Opie and Anthony Show 5 days a week live on satellite radio, online on your phone or tablet, or even on demand, go to SiriusXM.com. Also, interact with the Opie and Anthony Show on Twitter, @Opie Radio, @Anthony Cumia, and @Jim Norton.